It's a lot of maintenance. It's not easy having curly hair. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what keeps people from wanting to wear it. Either grow it out or they find ways of styling it so they don't have to deal with the natural texture.
Hey, what's up, Longhairs? Welcome back to another episode of The Man Cave. I am Sean, aka Elefante, and I am here with Naomi.
Hello, everybody. I'm back.
You may recognize her from the How to Trim Long Curly Hair video that we did and blog post. I don't know, about a month or 2 months ago.
Yeah, something like that. Like two plus.
So if you're looking to either trim your hair at home, or if you're going to get a trim and you want to know how to talk to like the stylist or hair professional, watch that video. She will show you everything from as soon as you walk into the studio or salon to the time you leave, what all happens, and it's awesome. And you should go watch it after this video. But for this video, we are talking about hair care for curly hair.
Yeah, this is
You can get a little closer to the mic.
A little off topic, but a little like seminar for guys to come in and maybe ask questions about how they want to cut their own hair at home. Anyways.
Okay. Leave a comment if that interests you, please.
Curly hair care for men for trying to grow out their hair or just in general?
I think just in general, like what are some common things that guys with curly hair have to deal with, like in general? We can start there.
Keeping the naps out of the back of your head and making sure that your hair stays detangled, because when it gets detangled, we get in there, we're trying to wrestle all those tangles out of it, and the next thing we're ripping the hair and it's getting more brittle, more dry. So maybe getting through the tangles a little bit more frequently would be a good bit of advice for people with curly hair, guys with curly hair.
Okay. How often do you think?
I think every day you got to go through it. It's a lot of maintenance. It's not easy having curly hair. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what keeps people from wanting to wear it. Either grow it out or they find ways of styling it so they don't have to deal with the natural texture.
Yeah.
So getting the tangles out on a regular basis is important when you have curly hair. It avoids damage, making it break or having breakage, more brittleness. So those are important things, I feel.
Would you recommend that they do a detangle before they go to bed? If they're going to do it once a day, before they go to bed or after they wake up?
Once a day.
Or if it's twice, you recommend twice.
I mean, get up and just brush the back a little bit because, it tangled up a little over the night.
Okay.
So just maybe make a habit of that, Maybe in the morning, make sure that you're checking back here and seeing how that feels, because it's always right through here,
Yeah.
And then in the morning and at night doing the same thing. I mean, the top isn't so bad, but once we sleep on this, it's a mess in the morning.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything to detangle curly hair? Is there anything you should stay away from? Anything you recommend using?
I tell people that detangling in the shower is not a good idea. I don't think it is. A lot of people really love it. They're like, when I'm in there and I put my conditioner in, I can get all those tangles out. Yeah, but your hair also stretches twice the amount when it's wet. So all that stretching for the hair, that's all going to cause weakness in the hair.
Yeah.
So then the hair breaks eventually. Maybe not on the spot, but eventually that's going to be the consequence of brushing the hair out every time it's wet.
Sure.
And that goes for everybody.
Yeah.
So I always recommend detangling before the shower. It can take some time. I mean, I've known people that have taken about 30, 45 minutes just to detangle their hair.
Wow.
Because it's tricky, too. Sometimes you get these tiny gnats, and the only solution is to cut it out.
Yeah.
Forget it, I'll just cut it out.
Yeah.
But there's ways of getting those things out. I've always recommended to people, a safety pin.
Okay. Something with a really fine point.
Yeah,
that you
get
can
in there and just kind of like take that little sucker apart. But sometimes that's the only way. So all those things, how are you going to do that in the shower?
Yeah.
Those things happen, especially in curly hair.
Yeah.
I mean, in all kinds of hair, but
So I think that like the main takeaway here is like if you want to have long curly hair, it's gonna take work.
Yeah.
There is no shortcut really.
Unless you get really blessed and have that beautiful curly hair that doesn't tangle very much.
Yeah.
There's some out there, they don't tangle.
So it kind of depends then on your curl pattern, how intensive the like detangling process is.
Yeah. It's a lot it's easier for some than for others, but when the struggle is real, it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't do it, like you recommend doing it once, even twice a day.
Yeah.
The longer you go without doing it, the issues just compound, right?
Yeah, you're going to be a dreadhead soon. If I don't comb my hair out in about 48 hours, this is all locked up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wild.
Days. End of the week locks.
So let's say you're hydrated, or sorry, you're detangled, you're going to get in the shower. What do you recommend for washing?
Well, everybody's hair is so different. Everybody's scalp is so different. Some people tend to have an oilier scalp. Some people tend to have a dry scalp. And then that kind of affects the hair too,
Yeah.
So, for instance, in my case, my hair is a little drier because it's curly. But my scalp is a little oily. So I have that nice combination. And for me, I like to put my conditioner in my hair first.
Okay.
Let it sit for a few minutes, and then I wash it out with shampoo.
Oh, interesting.
Because when I use a conditioner after, my hair is really flat. Probably like it is right now.
I've never heard I've never heard that.
I like to experiment a lot with products.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I've heard too, like using oils, like using that, like you can put oils in your hair and then wash them out with shampoo.
Yeah.
And you still get the benefits of having the oil in prior to your shower.
Your hair is like your skin. It's going to absorb whatever you put on it. So even if you wash it, you're not washing all of that out. And the hair, if it had time, it's absorbed a lot of that stuff too.
Okay.
So sometimes, it can be like an all-day thing. You put some oil on your ends, let that sit, put it in a nice little braid, tuck it away.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, you wash it. And then the following day, you have beautiful, shiny hair. So it's a process.
Yeah.
If you want to look pretty on Saturday, you got to start on Wednesday.
I love that. That's awesome. Let's see. Hair care products for long curly hair. So if you're, let's say, you've got a good shampoo, you've got a good conditioner, anything after that, this is like, a little extra, but still can be necessary.
The question is always, what do you want? Do you want the hair to be less frizzy? Do you want the hair to be more voluminous? Do you want the hair to look shinier?
Yeah.
Everybody has a different need or want. So it kind of depends on that. Most people with curly hair like a little less frizz. We're all a little different. I like bigger hair. People like to kind of make it a little calmer. So I like creams. Creams I like to recommend. Something that feels like a cream in your hand. The leave-in conditioner is lovely. I like that. So that
Our leave-in conditioner?
Your guys's, yeah.
Awesome.
It's really nice. It's actually even a little heavy for me. So I like to take that and just kind of dilute it a little bit.
Okay.
And then scrunch the ends.
Yeah.
Or just get it through the whole head if you need it.
Totally.
Yeah.
One of our, Shelby Shears, she's a long-haired men's barber. She puts it in a spray bottle, I want to say, and uses it like that. Like
yeah, that's good to cut probably.
Yeah.
Like a cutting aid. Yeah.
Yep.
I have another one that is also a leave-in conditioner. I do the exact same thing with it. So.
Is there anything? Creams. Is there anything they should stay away from?
Oh yeah.
Being naturally dry as a a curly haired guy.
In products.
Yeah.
I mean, coloring the hair. I don't really know if there's a lot of people messing with that, but in California, everybody wants to be blonde.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
Sorry, guys.
So just stay away from chemicals that are hard on the hair. A lot of store-bought chemicals, unfortunately, have a lot of alcohol.
Yeah.
So those can be really drying on the hair. And I have clients that really like something they find at Target. I'm never gonna knock it, If it works for them, I'm happy for them. But a lot of that has a high alcohol content, so maybe check that.
Okay.
Don't let it be like one of the first ingredients in the stuff that you're using.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So hairstyles. So like, styles for curly hair. If there was, is there any styles in particular that you think lend themselves well to, curly haired heads?
Curly head hairstyles. You were asking me about braids. I was talking about braids. I like this particular style for curly hair. What I told you earlier, you asked me about braiding curly hair and how do they do it. You can, but if you don't want to, which most people, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I just like to take it into a low pony and then keep adding bands to it to kind of add that little style to it or whatever. But if anything, I'm just kind of more concerned with how tight people are wearing their hair. Tie it up, try different things, but just make sure that you're still kind to the hair.
Yeah.
It's costing us, either the length or the health. So any particular style, though, I can't really think of one. Except for the one with the ponies.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah, I've got a couple buddies. They like to rock, like the top knot. And you were saying, too, that was your go-to. Yeah. But you're running an experiment right now.
Yeah,
right?
This is my 2023 experiment.
Okay.
And like I told you before, I love my top knot. It's like a hat. It's like a crown, I love it. But, every time I took it down, it was a matted mess because I wore it like that for 4 or 5 days straight.
Wow. Never taking it out.
Taking it out, but throwing it right back in, not bothering with detangling anything,
Yeah.
I'm a busy hairstylist. I don't comb my hair. So this year I said, God, I hate how much detangling comes with all this top knot.
Yeah.
So not only was I working so hard to detangle it, but I was taking out tons of hair while I did it. And I was like, God. So anyway, this year I decided I would not tie my hair up. And it's been really difficult, but I really try to check myself about it just to see if something would change.
Yeah.
And I definitely feel that I'm losing a lot less hair. The density of my hair, I can feel it. Like when I put ponytail in, I'm like, oh, there's definitely more hair.
Cool.
So this is just half the year. I'm excited to see what happens maybe in a couple. I'm going to try not to torture the hair like that.
Okay.
I don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
I want to keep it on.
So when you do want to put your hair up and you don't want to tie it, are you using like clips or anything like that?
I'm usually keeping it low, and loose.
Okay.
Trying not to like tie it tight.
Yeah.
I'm also using clips, but just to kind of tuck it out of the way for a minute, not when I'm actually going to go and do an activity. Like if I'm going to go and be sweaty, I want to put it in a ponytail or something, and it's not tight. But that's kind of what I'm doing aside from just letting it be.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So the main takeaway here is don't tie your hair too tight. And it's so common, I feel like, too, for guys. They don't like they hate the flyaways. Obviously, everyone hates flyaways. But I mean, you see a lot of guys that they pull it back so tight. It's like brushed and slicked, and it's like so their hair tie is like wrapped like 5 times,
and then they take the hair tie out and it's like all loose.
Yeah. Which, by the way, if you've got curly hair and you use our hair ties, like try just throwing it in like this off the wrist. If you have enough volume, the hair tie will stay in there. Maybe not while you're doing hair whips, but if you've got enough volume, the hair tie can stay in just 1 wrap. If you're a little thinner, maybe 2, but you shouldn't be pulling out massive amounts of hair every time you pull out a hair tie. And if you do just have like just a shitload of hair, we have these headbands that also, a lot of guys with locks and dreads and braids and twists use these. They just do a double wrap like that, and our guy California Jones uses these. My buddy Eric also swears by these. He's got really long, like 4-foot dreads.
Dang.
And he's a big fan of these, so give him a shot.
I like those. I like that they come in different sizes, and if you feel that you have a lot of hair, for sure order the big one, because the little one is a normal size, but if you're having to stretch that out until it's about to give out, then you need a bigger size.
Yeah. That's the thing too. We do get every once in a while. We get the complaint that like, oh, these hair ties stretched out so fast, and it's like, well, dude, these things are so strong.
Yeah,
like,
you're stretching the hell out of it.
How tight are you tying your hair to stretch these out immediately?
Yeah.
So don't tie your hair too tight, guys.
Yeah. Be kind. Don't, if it's, you know, and that's why I wanted to bring it up, because I feel like I see that everywhere.
Yeah.
I see these guys and it's like, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
You're pulling all that hair to get that tiny little nub. That's
Yeah.
what's going on.
Totally. Yeah.
They want to show off the nub.
Let it ride, guys. Let it down.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was a lot of really good stuff. That was pretty dense. I hope you guys all learned something. Thank you, Naomi, for coming.
You're welcome.
Pleasure having you here. Well, until next time, we'll see you, I don't know, on the internet somewhere. See you.